46 states will allow evictions by October 31st, the end of this month of October. So many 41 million people are in danger of losing their homes, and their children, of course, lose them too. This is an area where capitalism literally hits home where we live. Capitalist housing market is actually a threat to life itself for 40 million Americans. Well, what are the necessities of life? What would give you a right to life, a real right to life? One would be healthy food. Also, clean water is required for life. And as we know from Newark's scare with the lead in the water, from Flint, Michigan's polluted water, and from water everywhere, all Americans don't have access to clean, healthy water. We need breathable, clean air. You need rest and restorative sleep, which means you can't be required to work swing shifts where you're on days one week, nights the other, and you don't know how to plan. Because sleep requires a reasonable, predictable rhythm. You need shelter. You need shelter from rain and wind. You also need temperature regulation so that you can't get freezing cold in the winter or over 100 degrees hurting you in the summer. Well, Americans don't necessarily get that. And they certainly don't get that on the streets. What people need for mental health is attachment to people they can trust. They need reliable, consistent bonds with other people they can count on. They need to know what will happen to them. They need to have some control over their lives. They need to avoid pain and have some self-enhancement possibility. They also need connection to the outer world, to a sense of agency that they can do something in their world. None of those bonds, none of those things can happen easily if one is evicted and homeless. So we are subjecting people to a constant fear of insecurity, of physical danger, and of anxiety. Even the threat of eviction makes people so anxious that their bodies change. The children of people threatened with eviction when they are born are low birth weight, small, and less viable than the children that are born out of people living in safe conditions. So, U.S. capitalism in its private housing market has abandoned 1 out of 10 of us. They've really hit home.